Hello everyone, and welcome to the Utility Contractor video series. My name is Jim Rush, I'm your host. I'm editor of Utility Contractor magazine, and today we're pleased to have with us Steve Seabolt from Ditch Witch. Ditch Witch has recently launched an exciting new product, the MT26 Microtrencher, that Steve is here to talk about. Before we delve into that, Steve, welcome, and could you maybe start out by telling us a little bit about your background and your role with the company?
Sure, absolutely. I've been with the organization for 27 years now. The last 10 years I've been in product management, and I'm currently responsible for our heavy-duty ride-on tractors. That includes the Trencor branded products and the Ditch Witch branded utility ride-on trenchers, starting at 50 horsepower and currently go up to 121 horsepower. Prior to that, I spent most of my time in engineering and customer care. During my time in product development, I was lucky enough to be a part of the design group that developed the first microtrenchers, and I've been around microtrenching in one form or another ever since.
So like I mentioned in the intro, Ditch Witch has recently launched the MT26 Microtrencher. Can you start off by telling us a little bit about the product development and its intended purpose?
Absolutely. So the MT26 is a big brother to our proven MT12 and MT16 microtrenchers, very similar in design and function. The big thing is it gives you more capabilities. You can, of course, still cut narrow and shallow if you'd like, but as the name Model ID MT26 implies, you have the capability to go up to 26 inches in depth if you want, or anywhere in between. You also have the capability to go out to 3 inches in width, which is new for our microtrenchers. The real driver behind that 26-inch depth capability was contractors who voiced a need to us for installing fiber, largely related to 5G, where you have fiber and power going in the same ditch, and local requirements or national requirements necessitate 2 feet of cover over the top of the conduit, hence the need for the MT26.
So of course Ditch Witch is well known for its variety of underground construction equipment. Can you tell us how the MT26 fits into the lineup of Ditch Witch products for utility installation?
The MT26 fills a space in our product line just above the proven MT12 and MT16, which have been staples in the microtrenching industry for years now. The machine shares a lot of commonality with the smaller units in terms of its features and the benefits to our customers, the ability to traverse, tilt, swing, maintain constant down pressure on the asphalt while cutting. And like all of our microtrenchers, are designed to be used as part of a system with the Ditch Witch vacs, the coring equipment, and of course the blades.
So what is it about the MT26 that sets it apart from some of the other products on the market?
The capability to dig 26 inches deep and up to 3 inches wide is the main thing that differentiates the MT26 from our other microtrenchers and other microtrenchers in the market today. If you compare it to traditional rock saws that are capable of digging at these depths and widths, the biggest difference is the MT26 is fully shrouded, has a blade plunge that will allow the motor and the blade to move up and down in the saw housing, and of course has the integrated vac port, which allows you to use a vac system to remove the spoils simultaneous to cutting. All of this means it's a much cleaner operation, a sharper ditch. You have less spoils, dust, and debris around the job site compared to other open cutting methods and even some microtrenchers of the past.
So as we mentioned, the MT26 is an attachment. Can you talk to us a little bit about the types of tractors it's compatible with?
We launched the MT26 on our RT80, which is a 74 horsepower ride-on tractor, can be configured with multiple choices of tires or tracks, and has historically been our most popular tractor from a microtrenching contractor's perspective. In addition to that, if a customer would like more weight or more horsepower, we can offer the MT26 on our other larger tractor offerings if they have the space on their job site to accommodate and can benefit from that larger size and horsepower.
So as you mentioned, the MT26 is ideally suited for the fiber market. What kind of trends are you seeing within the marketplace at this time?
It's interesting. Microtrenching, long before any of us were calling it microtrenching, was intended to be as narrow as possible and as shallow as possible. Something wider and faster than a concrete saw, but narrower and cleaner than a traditional rock saw. In more recent years, we've seen a shift towards deeper depths and wider widths. Our customers want to keep the vacuum capabilities and the cleanliness and speed that microtrenching offers, but they want to have the capabilities, to, of course, to meet the requirements of a 5G network builds, but also just to bury multiple conduits in a single ditch. And so as a result, we see the deeper depths and wider widths and the need for the MT26.
So obviously there's a lot of different varieties of underground construction techniques. Can you talk to us a little bit about how a contractor might decide which method is best for him or her, and also can you provide us with any tips for a successful installation?
Yeah, my first tip, at risk of sounding like a canned answer, would be encourage a contractor to reach out to local experts, people that are experienced with it. Other contractors are a great reference point, but definitely reach out to your local equipment dealer. Talk with them about what they've seen in their area, what blades work best, which equipment has been successful. Our dealers in particular have access to a calculator, a tool that they use. They sit down with the contractor, look at all of the contractor's input costs with his insurance and his labor, other labor costs, the cost of consumables, the acquisition cost of the equipment, depreciation, all of those factors, and ultimately determine what kind of ROI the contractor could get when microtrenching. You can then set and compare that to known returns or expenses associated with HDD or open cutting, and make an informed decision about whether or not microtrenching is right for you. Quite often what we see is that on a given job, microtrenching is a perfect way to do part of the job, and then other complementary methods, be it open cut, HDD, stitch boring, are used for other portions of the job. Beyond that, I would say look hard at blade selection. Find a blade that's proven to work and live and give good results in the conditions that you're working. And then look at the vac system. Get a high-performing vac system, and by all means change the filters regularly in the vac.
Well, thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you for reaching out to Ditch Witch and for your time. If you or your viewers have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you again.
That brings us to the end of our time here today for the Utility Contractor video series. For more information or to visit past videos, visit utilitycontractoronline.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.